My name is Emily Parker, and I live in Austin, Texas with my husband, Michael. We've been married for almost 6 years. On the outside, everything looked perfect: a stable marriage, a cozy home, and good jobs. But deep inside, our relationship had cracks we didn't openly talk about. Michael was a sociable man. He loved going out, attending gatherings, and surrounding himself with friends. I, on the other hand, was more private, reserved, and cautious about who I let into my personal life. He often invited friends over for dinners, barbecues, or casual movie nights, and I would politely join but never felt fully comfortable around some of them. One Friday evening, Michael surprised me by saying, "Emily, we're hosting a night party tomorrow. Just me, you, and a few of my old college friends. It'll be fun. They've been wanting to meet you properly." I hesitated, but I didn't want to look like the boring wife who never joined. I agreed, hoping the night would be easygoing. The party begins. The next evening, I prepared our living room with snacks, drinks, and music. One by one, his friends arrived: David, Chris, and Aaron. I had met them briefly before but never spent much time with them. They seemed friendly at first, laughing and reminiscing about college days. The mood was light, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was an outsider among them. They shared jokes I didn't understand and stories that made them laugh until tears rolled down their faces. I smiled politely, but I felt left out. Michael noticed and tried to include me, but slowly, the night took a turn I didn't expect. Subtle discomfort. After an hour, I noticed something strange. Chris and David exchanged looks and whispered things while glancing at me. At first, I brushed it off, convincing myself I was overthinking. But when David made a backhanded joke about how lucky Michael was, I felt uncomfortable. Michael laughed it off, but deep down, it unsettled me. I wondered why he didn't correct them or make it clear that such remarks were inappropriate. The more the night went on, the clearer it became. Michael's friends weren't the respectful men I hoped they'd be. Their jokes got bolder, their behavior less considerate. I sat quietly, keeping my composure, but inside, I was torn. The breaking point. Around midnight, Michael left the living room to grab more drinks. In his absence, David leaned forward and said something that crossed every boundary of respect. Though I won't repeat his exact words, it was suggestive enough to leave me frozen. I stood up immediately and excused myself to the kitchen. My heart raced. I had trusted my husband to surround himself with decent people, but in that moment, I realized he either didn't see who his friends truly were, or worse, he didn't care. When Michael came back, he found me distant and quiet. He asked if I was okay, but I couldn't bring myself to ruin the night in front of everyone. I just said I was tired. The aftermath. The next morning, I confronted Michael. I told him exactly what happened, what his friends said, and how betrayed I felt, not only by them but by him for not protecting me or drawing boundaries. At first, he dismissed it, saying, "They were just joking, Emily. You're taking it too seriously." That response broke me. Jokes or not, it was disrespect. I realized the issue wasn't just his friends, it was Michael's failure to stand up for me. For the first time in 6 years, I questioned whether he valued my dignity as much as I valued our marriage. The turning point. I gave him a choice. Either he addressed his friends and set boundaries, or I would no longer attend any gathering with them. It wasn't easy, but a week later, Michael sat down with David and Chris. He told them their behavior was out of line, and if they couldn't respect his wife, they were no longer welcome in his life. To my surprise, he chose me. It wasn't a perfect solution. The trust that had been shaken that night took months to rebuild. But Michael's willingness to admit his mistake and take action showed me that our marriage still had a foundation worth saving. What I learned. That night party wasn't about drinks, jokes, or fun. It was a mirror that revealed the truth about my relationship. It showed me that love without respect isn't enough, and loyalty means more than just being physically present. It means protecting each other's dignity, even in front of friends. Michael and I are still together today. Our marriage is stronger now because I stopped ignoring the small red flags and started demanding respect. And Michael learned that true friendship doesn't come at the cost of your spouse's trust. Sometimes betrayal doesn't come from cheating. It comes from silence when you need your partner to speak up. And sometimes trust is rebuilt not by words, but by action.